औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर रहीम। पिछली वीडियो में हमने डिस्कस किया था कि प्लानिंग क्या होती है, राइट। टुडे वी वुड लाइक टू टॉक अबाउट द फाउंडेशन ऑफ प्लानिंग। यू सी द गोल्स एंड प्लान्स आर फाउंडेशन ऑफ प्लानिंग, राइट। प्लानिंग आपकी यू कैन प्लान एनीथिंग. You could have the formal planning, you could have the informal planning, you may have operational plan, you may have contingent plan, and there are different kinds of the plans. But what do you feel? Does planning means success? Does planning means achievement of targets? Does planning means everything? No. Planning is a process, and when you plan things, obviously that's a complex process. So the success of the plan depends how structured, how well thought plan is made. It depends whether the plan has the feedback and ownership from the doers, whether the plan is clear, whether the plan is well articulated, because the unclear plans has no meaning. Rather, unclear plans directs you towards wrong directions, and it can further create confusions, right? So to keep the plan specific, the term popularly used is we should have smart goals. That is, the plan should comprise of smart goals and targets. What does it mean? It means when we say S, the plan should be specific, the goal should be specific. What is specific? That what you have to achieve, it should be very clear without ambiguity. For example, you have to increase the profitability of the company in the year 2021 by 10% over last year. So it's a very specific thing. If you have the goal for the marketing, they have to increase the sale of the company by 15% in the year 2021. So there is no confusion. There is no confusion what profitability should be there. There is no confusion what sales targets are there. So this is specific, right? What is other thing is specific? The date. Okay? If you look at this target, what you have to achieve, it speaks about profitability, it speaks about sales, right? How much profitability should increase? By 10%. Is it measurable? Yes. If it is 9%, it is less than the target. If it is 11%, it exceeds the target. Likewise, if the sales is less than 15%, that is below the target, and if the sale is more than 15%, it is above the target. So it's very specific, and it is time bound. Is it measurable? Yes, we have the number. ठीक है, we have the number, the accounts can determine what is the profitability this year and what was the profitability last year and what is the increase. So it is also very specific. So it is specific, it is measurable. Is it time bound? Yes, it is time bound because the profitability target should be achieved in the financial year 2021. That means by the July 2020, 30th June 2021, the accounting year is closing, and at the closing of the financial year of the company for 2021, the profitability of the company should grow by 10%, and accordingly sales should grow by 15%. So it's a smart means it's specific, measurable, and realistic, time bound. Okay? So is it realistic? If why we set the target of profitability growth by 10%? Why not 20%? Why not 15%? It's always better to have the targets which are stretched and which the people should target high. So if we keep it 20%, 30%, it is not your sweet wish to set the targets. Because if you set the targets, the targets are set based on the data, the past trend, and the future expectations, environment, market condition, and a lot of things. So the targets are set after detailed exercises, detailed working, and then it is decided what would be realistic to set the target. So under given situations, when the company management and the team and at all they will feel that it would not be impossible to achieve the growth of profitability by 10%, then they set the target as 10%. Okay? So if the targets are unrealistic, what happens? You set the target, but these are not achieved. So what should we do to make our plans achievable, our plans to be executed and to accomplish the results? The most important thing you must always remember that the targets, the goal should be based on the feedback from the doers, right? If you have to increase the sale by 15%, it is essential that you should get the feedback from all the teams at a zonal level. You should get the feedback from the sales people at the regional level and at different levels. Similarly, you should also get the feedback from the operations that whether they would be able to deliver the products in time, and if the demand is increased by 15%, are they lined up, and accordingly they have to set their own targets, right? So for example, if you set the profitability increase target, the growth of the profitability by 10%, that means it is essential and mandatory that you should also get the information from all stakeholders. Finance department and the relevant people should confirm based on the past data, trend, and everything, that what has been the previous what has been the previous results, and based on the previous results they have to foresee the future outcome. So so the art of execution and getting the desired results as a result of the good planning is always involve the doers, executors at the planning stage. Sometimes it happens that the management decide the targets at a senior level, and then these targets are communicated to the doers later on, and after that they get meetings and everything and get their ownership, try to get their discuss them how to achieve it. So this is not the right approach. You should get their feedback before setting the targets, and you have to discuss with them what kind of resources they will be needing, what kind of support they will be needing, and accordingly when you set the target, it's very important that you should also see what are the capacity building needs of your staff, what are the people development needs of your staff, what are the other resource requirements, because just setting the target will never work. Please remember that whenever you set a target, it can only be implemented, it cannot be achieved, it can only be achieved if you provide the conducive environment, you provide required resources, you find out the people development needs if required, and other things. So to make a realistic plan, always remember to involve the doers at the planning stage. And second thing, that all the required resources should be provided, right? And a conducive environment is also essential to make the teams work and achieve the targets. Thank you very much.